think about what did I actually see on the Smackdown Live. It was a good show. Don't get me wrong, it was a good show. But there are things I don't get. First thing, Lana and Naomi with the team, with the cast of Glow. I have not seen Glow, so I don't know what Glow is about completely. How good is it? How bad is it? Is it actually taking something from wrestling? I don't know. I've only heard about it. But then you got Lana saying, I'm a better dancer than Naomi. Naomi's saying she's a better dancer. Why are you starting this drama? And then Glow comes out, and then it looks like Lana and Naomi are going to be friends, or they're going to be teaming up together. What? What? Why? I don't know. I don't know what to call that. I don't know what to make of that. That just makes no sense. I just don't know what to think of it. With the women not getting any storylines much. And this, what are you going to do with that? You doing John Morrison, R-Truth again? Or something like that? I don't know. Next thing that I thought was a great match. For me personally, that was the best match of the night. But I don't like the fact of who had to be in it. Rusev versus, sorry the noise. Rusev versus Xavier Woods. Rusev is a heel again. Then you got Xavier Woods, who I gotta say, this was one of his best matches I've seen in a while. I know a lot of people say, oh, it was an average match. To me, because Xavier Woods is really wrestling all the time. It's either Kofi or Biggie Langston, or Biggie Langston with Xavier Woods. He doesn't normally do matches by himself. He's not always a single competitor. So what little I've seen of him, which isn't bad, he's a good wrestler. This was the best I've seen in a while. But here's the problem. Rusev needed a squash match. He needed a jobber. He didn't need a struggle. And with Xavier Woods, he had to struggle. He had to struggle. He did struggle. Yes, he did a good... His promo wasn't bad. I had no problem with it. But then it sounded like a face kind of thing almost. Even though it was heelish, it felt more like a face thing. Especially with Aiden English there, who was acting the heel before last week when AJ knocked his teeth down his throat. And then he's still a heel again. And I'm confused. I don't know how to feel about Rusev and Aiden English. Aiden's trying his best to be a heel. Rusev is trying his best to be a heel. But they're so face. They're so over his faces. It's annoying. It gives you a headache. You want to cheer for them, but you can't. Because they're trying to make them be booed. Now, we had a good promo from, Jeff Hardy. It looked nice. It looked good. I'd rather hear him say, Brother Nero, we'll destroy you, Shinsuke Nakamura. But there's a problem. They should have never shown the promo if Shinsuke Nakamura got hurt, which he supposedly is. Not either that storyline wise or actually he's hurt. He probably is. So they could not do anything with him. So they used sanity to actually do something with Jeff Hardy. And I got worried. I saw 24 with the Hardys. I saw that, I think the beginning of this year, right before WrestleMania, or a little after, Jeff Hardy got himself in trouble with the law, getting drunk behind the wheel. And I was thinking, did he get in trouble again? He's going up against Eli. Out of nowhere. I know the open challenge lets anybody in. You could have called Ty Dillinger in. Why didn't you call Ty Dillinger instead of using him with James Ellsworth, which I'll get to in a minute? But Ty, what's going on with Eli? Are they going to drop it to Eli? That would have been like, Jeff really screwed up, and now they're going to drop it to Eli. The match was okay for a little bit until a really bad botch. You don't have that shot of the botch where the twist of fate was going to be done, and Eli got the timing off, or Jeff did it too soon. That looked sloppy. It made me worried after that, like, oh no, he's not drunk there on screen. And I'm sure he's not drinking again. That might have been an accident. It does happen with people recovering. But it's just, it looked bad. And then the Usos come out, attack Sanity, and then we get a 6-man tag. Women did a 6-man tag, now it's the men who's doing a 6-man tag. Okay, that's something that's not uncommon. In the end, there was no winner, I believe. There was just, was there a winner? I can't remember. I don't even think there was a winner. It just broke down. I don't even remember who won. But what does that mean? I don't know. Now, Sienna almost had a promo with Sierra Vega. Woman is gorgeous. Gorgeous. She looks like his little sister. That's 6 years old. That's how short she is compared to him. She's like here. No, he's right here and she's like here. That is a big, big difference. She looks like his 6-year-old daughter almost, but she looks damn fine. Anyway, she did a good job talking about how Sin Cara has been put on the shelf and now almost is wondering who's next and they better think carefully about him. So that means Sin Cara should be coming back very soon. And maybe they'll have a match over at Extreme Rules. Who knows? Let's just hope it's an Extreme Rules match. Well, if they're going to do it on a kickoff show, there wouldn't be an Extreme Rules match. It would just be a match. But you never know. Now, Becky Lynch versus... I don't know what they're doing with Becky. Why did they stop doing anything? Well, let's say that Charlotte isn't there because there's something going on in real life. Fine. They had to do something with Sonya Deville. But wouldn't it have been better that something happened with Becky dealing with Charlotte? Because let's be honest. The most interesting thing you can do with Becky, if she's not going after the title yet, is to let her have a feud with Charlotte. That's the truth. Why not? I'm not saying to turn Becky heel. Let's be honest. As a heel, Becky wouldn't probably work. She's too much loved as a face. So Charlotte would have to be the heel. And even though Charlotte still needs work, I'm telling you guys, I know many people don't believe it, but Charlotte is not that good. Particularly that she's acting like her father. If she didn't act like her dad, she would probably be a way better wrestler. Because she doesn't pull all his moves off very well. But as a heel, even with her father's stick, she's more than good enough to make the feud work. I will say that. But Becky's going to have to compensate for her. So let's do that. So in the end, I just felt like even though the match was good, it wasn't bad, Becky really, she's kind of floundering right now. She needs a real feud. She needs to go with Charlotte. Not because Charlotte's the best person there. It's because they already put in heat because of Charlotte. Because of their history. That's it. And again, I say it. Charlotte won't be good unless she's with somebody she really knows, and that's Becky. If she tried this with Sonya Deville or Mandy Rose, it would not work. Not because they would be sloppy. It's because they could not hide Charlotte's own sloppiness along with theirs. They would be sloppy. Now, let's do the last match of the night. We already know what happened with Miz TV, with the Bludgeon Brothers, and with Daniel Bryan. Daniel asked for someone to come out. He wanted to kick their ass. Now, I gotta say this. The Miz's mic work just doesn't get boring. You give him some good material to work with, even if it's like this much, he will make it this good. Go from here to here. That's a lot. The man has talent as an actor. He may not be one of the top tier actors in the world. He's not. You got top 10. And then you got top 5. Well, let's say the 10 best in the world. He ain't there. Top 100. He ain't there. Top 500. He ain't there. But even if he's in the top 1,000, he's not bad. He's good as a wrestling actor. But in the end, he made us want to hit him in the face. That's his job. He got all the heat on himself. Now here's the thing. The match itself, I didn't care. You know why? It wasn't the fact that, how can I say this? he needed to be losing for quite a while to be considered an underdog, because he's not an underdog for... Calm down. This is what kind of pisses me off. I wish that Daniel Bryan had been losing and then finally won one match and then have a dealings with the Bludgeon Brothers. Pretty much going through Big Cass before he left. Going through a couple other people before he left. Going through Samoa Joe before he left. Before like he went through Samoa Joe. I wanted him to lose to a whole bunch of people. Losing to AJ Styles. Losing to Samoa Joe. Losing to Ty Dillinger. I don't care. It would have worked better for me if he had just been losing. And then finally got one win. Got confidence. And The Miz just belittles him. As it stands, I don't have an interest in Daniel Bryan. I just don't. But at the end of this match, when it got DQ'd by Eric Rowan, because that just shows, if he was truly an underdog, why did Eric try to save Luke? I'm just saying. In the end, what do we get? Hell no. I'm not going to hate this. Hell no. Kane did not come out and basically whip the asses of the Bludgeon Brothers. Hell no. Is the WWE actually getting cool on Daniel Bryan and sticking with Kane to get the tag team belts because they really don't believe he's ready? That was sarcasm. Because I believe they're doing this for a reason. It's great to see Hell No back. Hell No is great. I'm actually going to enjoy Hell No if they do all those funny skits they did before. But here's the thing. Why would they bring out Paige to say to Daniel Bryan and Kane, you're getting a match at Extreme Rules for the tag belts, unless they really don't believe it's time to do anything with Daniel Bryan and The Miz? I don't believe they're going to blow this. They're going to let them win the titles. Because they don't think Daniel Bryan's ready or The Miz is ready for this feud right now. Understandable. And to be honest, it's kind of a wise thing if they have not been booking Daniel Bryan properly, which they have not. So if you're upset at what I said, thinking, oh, no. He's got to have the Miz match this year and he has to get the world title. No. Sorry. Not going to happen. If they are going down this path like I believe, this is actually a pretty good way to go. If they realize the writing for Daniel Bryan sucks right now, and it's floundering, particularly that Big Cass has been released. They're going to team him up with Kane, let him hold the tag belts for a little while, probably have a feud with Kane, and then they'll start building the feud between him and The Miz. That would make the most best sense. But that's just me. Let's see here. Am I forgetting anything? I don't want to forget anything. I don't think I am. If I'm forgetting something, I'm sorry. You got the best thing I knew that was going to happen. James Ellsworth. And why? They're in my face. Why is Ty Dillinger still being shown periodically instead of being allowed to be on the show? I mean, if you don't like that he's getting a huge reaction, release his ass. I've heard the rumors that they're just not letting him on TV because he gets such a strong reaction. Release him. If you don't like his reaction, just release his ass and just end it. He's losing you money. You're paying a guy thousands of dollars a year. And you're losing money on a guy that you don't want to push. Release his ass. But, what did we get? James Ellsworth coming out, being angry about what Asuka did, and then Paige coming out. Getting hit? No. You know what? I'm not going to use this as a title, but I just did it at the end because I had to. Look, seeing James Ellsworth getting his arm touched, and it's in my face. I believe you can see that Paige's hand is rubbing off of his arm. He took off his shirt because he was ready for a fight with Asuka. And guess what? Paige comes out, says, okay, you want to date with me next Tuesday? And wait a minute. I take that back. It's not a date. It's a match. And it's going to be with Asuka. I said it, didn't I? It wasn't just foreshadowing. It makes sense. You want to do something with Asuka, you're going to have to let her go through somebody that's close to a Mela. That is money. James Ellsworth getting jobbed out. Now, it doesn't mean that, well, let's be honest, they're going to do something screwy next week with Carmella. Will she lose or will she win? I think she'll probably win. I'm kind of predicting, which is stupid, but you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. That was the wisest thing to do. Like I said, either at the pay-per-view or before the pay-per-view, Asuka's going up against Ellsworth. And that's what we get next week. This was a good show. But some questionable things. I just don't know where they're going. And why didn't they do something a little different? And that's the end of the show. And, oh, wait a minute. I want to say that I am doing a video after this. I don't know if I'm going to upload it tonight or tomorrow. About Bayley and Sasha and now possibly their feud beginning. Finally. I will tell you how I feel about it. And what I think might be the wisest thing to do. And what not is the wisest thing to do. And is it going to work or not? Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.